If you picked up a sweet new rig like we did and you're anything like us, that means you're already dreaming up ways to take your boring stock truck to the next level and really make it yours. But trucks are expensive, we get that. So where do we start? So whether it's Friday and you just got paid, or it's tax season and you've got some money burning a hole in your pocket, here's the first 5 things that we would do to modify our trucks. So now right off the bat, one of the things that you absolutely have to do is tint your windows. Now I can guarantee you that I'm not gonna make any money by telling you to go down to your local tint shop and get that done, but the nice thing is it's a pretty affordable mod to do. So this isn't something that we sell, and like I said, I can guarantee you I'm not making any money by telling you to do this, but tint seriously makes a world of difference when it comes to the appearance of your truck, and it's affordable. So most trucks within the last 10 years or so will come with the rear glass already tinted, right around 20%. So all you really need to do is get the front matched. Now around here, it'll cost you like 120, 150 bucks. And if you need a full tint job, that should cost somewhere around like $300 for a basic film that still has a good warranty. Now you certainly can go crazy with ceramic film, which is definitely gonna help more with keeping out the heat. But if you're just after the look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a basic film. Now in the past, I've said that I wouldn't tint my windshield because it was hard to see at night, and well, I was wrong. I now have my full windshield done and I absolutely love it. The look is awesome, long drives are much less stressful on my eyes, and I don't feel like I'm getting baked in an oven when the sun is beaming directly through my windshield. Now, we aren't tint experts over here, so I'm sure there's someone out there that could probably teach you more on that, but we are the experts when it comes to wheels and tires. So I recently got my wife a new vehicle, which was already tinted, so I moved right along to the next biggest thing that drastically changes the look of any vehicle, and that's wheels and tires. Now, legitimately, I had not even picked it up yet, and I was already shopping for a new setup, not because it needed anything, but because wheels will always have the biggest impact on a stock or close to stock truck. It's also the easiest way to take an XLT or an SR5 and make it look more like a higher trim package. Now, in a lot of manufacturers, you might pay thousands more for this higher trim, and on the outside, you basically get the same wheels, but like painted black. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other nice features that come with higher trims, but if you don't have to have them, you can save some money up front and just stick that into a set of lighter or stronger or bigger or wider wheels that you really love. Now when it comes to trucks, you can always stuff a little bigger wheel and tire package on there without needing suspension, but I'll touch a bit on that later. So the low and wide look is always popular, which is an option for you, but if you prefer more rubber than rim, there's also the sought after off-road look that in turn gives you also the off-road performance. So you get more sidewall, more clearance, stuff like that, and more room to air down as well. So the nice thing about either option is that it doesn't take a shop to install any of this. So this is gonna sound like a sales pitch, so I apologize, but we ship out for free complete sets of wheels and tires that are mounted and balanced, TPMS is installed, literally ready to go. All you gotta do is take them off the pallet and you can bolt them on in your driveway. So then what's next after this? Well, that'll kind of depend on you, your budget, what your style is, and how your truck handles the new wheels and tires that you just put on there. So for me, since hypothetically we just slapped new wheels and tires on, I'm definitely gonna wanna save up a bit of money for a really nice suspension kit, so I wouldn't go that route quite yet. So then it's a toss-up between performance or the more aesthetic stuff. Now, if you go down the performance route, you don't have to go crazy, but it's nice to grab just like a handheld tuner that can improve your fuel economy, it'll give you better power, and at the very least, you'll be able to recalibrate your speedometer to the new wheels and tires that you just put on. Now, on top of that, exhaust systems are one of my favorite bolt-on mods because again, with some basic tools, you can get that done right in your own garage and really wake up your truck. And now that so many half-ton trucks are turbocharged from the factory, like the F-150, the new Tundra, the Ram RHO, adding an intake will also give you some glorious noises from under the hood, and it helps your engine breathe better too. So one question people always bring up when we start talking about performance is, well, what about my warranty? And luckily, due to the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, a company cannot deny your warranty simply because of aftermarket parts. They have to actually prove that it was the aftermarket parts that caused the failure. So hopefully that gives you a bit more confidence when you're checking out our website for all these performance goodies. If performance isn't something you want to dabble with, I totally understand that. I would start looking at lighting. So the list here is just too huge. It's a giant category. I'd never be able to cover all the different types of lights and different brands. But if you want to spruce up the front or the back of your truck, aftermarket headlights and taillights make a huge difference. So some of our favorite brands are like Morimoto, Alpha Rex. There's a ton of other options out there. Anything that we've ever tested or things that we believe in are going to be on the website over at customoffsets.com. And I do definitely recommend getting a brand that's been around for a while and not looking at some knockoff overseas company with 0 reviews. So headlights and taillights are pretty important. The reason why these are high up on the list of mods to start with is again because they make a big difference when it comes to having that clean look. Now, if your truck came with yellow, old-looking halogens, a set of new headlights really modernizes the truck and gives you even better visibility. Even if you have LED headlights, a lot of the aftermarket ones just look so much better. They got bright running lights, cool switchbacks, and as an added bonus, if you really want to do something cool, you can pull them apart and have them painted, or be like Banker and just throw them in your oven, bake them, and then hit them with a little rattle can. It works out good for him. Most headlights or taillight jobs can also easily be done at home with just a little bit of YouTube University. So last but not least, kind of the gateway here to endless opportunity is suspension. So when you got your truck dialed with everything else on this list and ready to dive into the next step, it'll be up to you to decide where you want to go from here. Now, depending on how you use your truck, that's going to dictate what you might want to do. If you've gotten really into off-roading or overlanding, maybe just a level, like a 2 or 3 inch lift kit with nicer shocks, that'll give you the comfort that you're looking for. Or maybe now that you've got a base for a sweet show build, you go for like the 8-inch BDS coilover kit, and then the cycle starts all over. Because once you go up, you want even bigger, wider, more badass set of wheels. And that's the nice part about doing some of the smaller stuff first. Your truck is already set up sweet so that when you make the jump to a complete show build, you're not just running around with a otherwise plain Jane stock looking truck that's just lifted. It really will look like a complete build. So that's how we do it. That's probably how we will do it with this boring F-250 behind me. And we'll take you guys along for the ride as this thing gets transformed. But until then, for your own truck, you can find all of this as well as, well, not quite all of it, I guess not the tint, but almost everything else at customoffsets.com. Peace.